Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be talking about the new Pixel update, the August security update that's come out just on the Tuesday gone. It's been a couple of days since I've installed it obviously, and usually what I do with these kind of reviews is that I install it on the day and I test it out for a couple of days for stability issues and battery issues, see how it performs and so forth. So I've come to the end of a couple of days now, so this is my review of it, so let's just get into it. There are three kind of updates that have come along on the system itself. But before we get into those, there's some other kind of updates that work in the background as well. There are mostly about 16 to moderate slash high updates that have come along in this build. Most to do with Android runtime, the framework, the media frame set, and the system itself. So obviously they're the background stuff that work in, obviously you won't see in the front end itself, but these are mostly to do with the components inside the system. There's one critical update for the Broadcom Bluetooth, obviously for the system as well. So if you use Bluetooth headphones or whatever you want to use Bluetooth for, there's one critical update for that. There are 5 Qualcomm updates for WLAN and BT host and some other ones as well. And there are 4 Qualcomm updates for closed source components for the phone. So it's pretty major kind of fixes they've done for this within this update. So it's pretty important that you obviously install this build onto your phone, because obviously these security updates affect the phone, make the phone better generally and so forth. So you must install that. But there are, like I said at the beginning of the video, there are other 3 updates as well. Number 1 of the first ones are Wi-Fi. So this one's to do with obviously saved Wi-Fi network and configure improvements. So obviously when you go into your system settings and you see the Wi-Fi, obviously my Wi-Fi is off at the moment, but obviously if you go in there and you have a look and you have your kind of saved kind of Wi-Fi updates and whatever in there, you have obviously your saved system, Wi-Fi access for your home, your office, whatever. That obviously improves config improvements. Obviously when you want to connect back onto the system, onto your router again, your home router or your work router or anywhere else that you've saved it, it'll connect straight away. Number 2 is another Wi-Fi fix. It's called Captive Portal Login Stability Improvements. Now this obviously is to do with, again, with Wi-Fi itself. It's more kind of connection issues where you can't sometimes connect back onto your system for some unknown reason. And I've had this on my Pixel 3 XL where for the night, or I turn the Wi-Fi off, or if I go out and I come back home, and this is mostly onto my home router, not on my work one. So the work was fine, but when I want to turn the Wi-Fi back on, sometimes when I go back into the settings again for Wi-Fi, it says IP config trying to connect, and it just sits in that status. It never connects the Wi-Fi. Now this doesn't happen every single time. It happens sometimes where I even obviously turn the Wi-Fi off, and then turn it back on again, and it doesn't, connect. And it says IP config, obviously trying to connect again. It doesn't connect. The only way to connect it again is to actually go to the router and restart the router, and then it connects fine, as there's been no problem. Since I saw this update now, it's been almost 3-4 days now, that I've not had that issue yet at the moment, where I turn my Wi-Fi on and it doesn't connect. I turn my Wi-Fi on now, it perfectly connects as it would normally if I was at my work. I'll turn it on my work or my friend's house or whatever, it just connects. So that's kind of been a bit of a bonus for me at the moment. So that update, I think the Captive Portal Login Stability Improvements, that one is probably the major update that I've seen on this phone that's helped me obviously quite a lot. So again, that's just obviously that I'll keep testing that over the next couple of weeks, see if it actually does work. The other one is obviously the 2 Wi-Fi issues that I've just told you about are available for all Pixels, from the original Pixel obviously up to the 3As. The next one, the stability sleep mode improvement, is only for the Pixel 3A and 3A XL. That's obviously if you're in sleep mode, this kind of information is not working for you. The battery's not being obviously displayed, information not being displayed, or even your general kind of information on your screen. If you have those turned on, it's not being displayed. So sleep mode for that has been improved. But generally that's all there is for this kind of update at the moment. There's nothing else about it. But one thing I would do say that when I did install this on the Tuesday, the next day when I took the phone, obviously using it day to day, I did see a slight drop in the battery performance. Now, it was probably 5 to 10%, a little bit lower than it would normally be for me when I obviously throughout the day. Obviously, at the end of the day, it was quite low. But again, the next day I thought that was a bit of a weird thing, obviously. But next day I charged it again full, and it was just back to normal again, so as I would expect. The battery has been fine since then. I've had, perfectly, able to get the use out of the phone throughout the day. Other than that, the phone stability has been fine. It's still fast and fluid. As you can see, I have no issues, obviously, of it struggling or whatever or anything like that. So it's still working as it is. So again, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe again. Subscribe to this channel. If you have any problems or if you have any of the problems that I've spoken about, leave a comment in the below and leave a like on the video. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one.